Hey travelers, welcome back to The Rift here on Ghostlight. Over the last couple of days, the Glitch Master General, Professor Cynical, has been attempting to uncover the truth about a long-held urban legend within the game of No Man's Sky. Yeah, I'm talking about Galaxy 257, or Yilsrussimil. I'll link both of his videos in the description below. Now, the good professor set out to provide definitive proof over the existence, or lack thereof, for Galaxy 257. But in his findings, he states that both Galaxy 256 and 257 are mere carbon copies of the first galaxy, Euclid. Now, because I play on PS5, I can't use a save editor to reach Galaxy 257, and I have tried. I once reached out to our friends at Pan-Galactic Starcaps for a lift, but, like so many others, they say Yilsrussimil doesn't exist. Now, the story here is basically this. In a pre-Atlas Rises environment, it was possible to travel to Odyalutai, Galaxy 256, by conventional means. Now, every galaxy has a procedurally generated name, but the first 5 galaxies are actually overwritten with names relating to mathematicians or Greek mythology. Their generated names were briefly exposed during a bug during the Origins era. Now, before Atlas Rises, when you reached the center of the 256 galaxy, you would see a prompt that claimed that you had entered Yilsrussimil, but instead, you would be put back into a random location in Galaxy 256, Odyalutai. Now, this is what Professor Cynical experienced in his testing today. Wrong name, seemingly a copy of 256. But a Galaxy Map error made it seem as though he was in a copy of Euclid as well. So, is Odyalutai a copy of Euclid? Let's get into it. Here I am at my base on the Spectral Vanguard home planet of Dras Leona. Now, this base is in Euclid, and has some pretty specific characteristics we can look for when traveling to Odyalutai. Now, here are the glyphs for this planet. Now, let's take a look at the system. It's currently called Tiamat, but its proggen name is Haxby. And here you can see the arrangement of the planets. Now, I'll head to the space anomaly and use the No Man's Sky service app to travel to Odyalutai, but I'll use the same glyphs to ensure that I'm in the same galactic position as I was in Euclid. Okay, so here we are in Odyalutai, at the supposed same location. Now, if the two galaxy maps were mere copies of one another, we'd see a similar composition of planets. But, as you can see, this system has a different name and a different set of planets. What's interesting, though, is that when viewed from the Galactic Map, we see the system names and icons as if I was in the Euclid galaxy. Now, I have experienced this glitch before when setting up the intergalactic path. I used the same glyphs in every galaxy to set up a base, and whenever I traveled to a new galaxy and went to the same glyphs, I would see all of the base icons for every base I had placed previously. But, in the name of science, let's test this out. Okay, so our alternative hypothesis is that Odyalutai is a carbon copy of Euclid and the galaxy map is the evidence. And our null hypothesis is that Euclid and Odyalutai are not copies, which means there's simply a glitch in the galaxy map. And how can we test this? Well, we can go to this exact location in another galaxy and see if the map there is still glitched. So, back to the space anomaly. And now, on the No Man's Sky service app, I'm choosing Galaxy 216, Salia Cabru. But I'm using the same Dras Leona glyphs. And clicking start. And here we are in Galaxy 216. Now this is clearly a different system, but we do have the same glyphs. Now let's look at the Discovery tab. Now this system is called Austos, not the same as the previous system either. And the galaxy map? Yes, the same exact icons. This also claims that we're in Tiamat, the Drasleona system, and it has all of the same visited systems surrounding it, when, in fact, this is my first time in Galaxy 216. So there you have it. Odyalutai is indeed a separate galaxy, completely individual from Euclid. However, it does appear, at least on PlayStation 5, that there's a bug in the galaxy map when occupying the same location in multiple galaxies. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this episode of The Rift. Please like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. A big shout out to my YouTube members at the Rift Walker level, Miss Merc and Raging Furball. And as always, dear Rift Walkers, I'll see you tonight.